Right, hello and welcome again. I'm talking to Ben Hewitt from Boswell's. Boswell's, as I'm sure all of you are aware, we've been with Boswell's for very many years, but I bet you all think, oh, Boswell's, they only do insurance. Ben, you do a lot more than insurance, don't you? So just give us an overview of Boswell's and give us an overview of what you do, please.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. It's very interesting, actually. It's worthwhile just recapping where Boswell's is now. It might be a few years before since some of your members have spoken to us. So Boswell's there's now 380 of us split across 10 offices all across the eastern region. We've got 3 offices in Norwich, 2 in Cambridge. We've got offices in Peterborough. Office in Suffolk as well. So there's a number of us, and as you rightly point out, it's not just landlord insurance that we deal with. I'm a chartered financial planner. Alan Boswell, have been for 3.5 years. Before that, I was advising clients in the City of London. So why did I move? For me, I've always lived in East Anglia, and a 5-hour commute eventually gets on top of you, Peter. I can assure you of that.
I'm very well aware of that, yes.
Yeah. So what do? I help clients achieve their goals, their aspirations and their dreams. That sounds all very, very nice and woolly. What does it actually mean? I make sure that they can become independent. What does that mean? What's independence? So independence for me and the clients that I deal with is meaning that you can wake up one day and say, I don't want to go to work. I don't have to go to work. And many of your members will feel that and empathize with that, because they're building up assets outside of their bank account to provide them with an income, a future income stream for retirement. So that'll ring true with many of the people that you speak to. And so that's what independence is. And I help my clients, and we take on a very few number of clients each year. I help them identify their number. What's their number? The number is how much money you need to never have to worry about money ever again. And that can be, amount of money in property, amount of money in your bank account, amount of money in your pension. Doesn't matter at all to me where the money is. It's just, can you live the life that you want to live with the assets that you've got?
Okay, so a lot of landlords will be aware that they need to take out insurance on their actual property, their rental property, but you can deal with other insurance, can't you? You can insure them if necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. Human insurance is something that I deal with in my area, Peter. When we think about assets and insuring assets, it's not just our property and housing portfolios. For me and many of my clients, their biggest asset is their health and their ability to work and earn a living. So we also make sure we insure that alongside any debts. And we also advise on private medical insurance as a large part, and we've got a specialist team dealing in private medical insurance. I can provide second opinions on life insurance, critical illness insurance, income protection insurance, which is another very underused insurance, and private medical insurance. Happy to help. And at the end of this, there'll be some details on how you can get in contact with me.
Yeah, that sounds good. Ben, one of the questions we often get asked is about inheritance tax planning. Big area, but basically, can you help with that as well?
Absolutely. Something that might chime with many of your members, Peter, is that, because it does with my clients, is that you get to an age where you necessarily don't want to hold property, don't want the stresses of having tenants. And so what I can do is, for those clients who have got cash and it's not all tied up in property, we can look at inheritance tax. So inheritance tax is 40% over what's known as the nil rate band and residence nil rate band. Won't go into that today, but it could be that if you're married and you've got children, that you can pass up to £1 million onto the next generation. Anything over £1 million taxed at 40%. And there's certainly discussions that we can have between myself and your members about how to reduce that, perhaps using things like business property relief, agricultural property relief, AIM listed investments. Again, it's probably a topic for another day, Peter, but it's if there's any questions at all, probably worth just picking up the phone and having a chat.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, Ben. And in addition to inheritance tax planning, amazing number of our members actually have commercial property as well. Can you help them with planning on commercial?
Yeah, we certainly can, and I do. There's an article actually that I've posted up to the Alan Boswell website on commercial property and how we can help, and that's worth just scouting out. Just in brief, though, what we can help with is many of my clients do hold property. They hold it as a diversifier alongside pensions and investments, but occasionally I do get the phone call from new clients saying, I've read an article on your website, I'd like to hold commercial property in my pension.
Yeah.
How can I do that? And that's brilliant, because many of your members, Peter, will love the idea of holding property. They understand it. They get that it's not liquid, but they like that they can touch and feel it. And we've got this love of property in Britain, haven't we? So what I can do there is we can set up a special pension that can hold commercial property in it. It's a very specific type of pension, and that works really well because you get the pension benefits, the tax efficiency benefits of holding property.
Yep.
Along with the pension as well. It has to be commercial property. Can't hold residential property in a pension at all. But you can, with pensions, just briefly how they work. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, you put 60p into a pension, the government top it up by 40p. So you've got your pound, and you go off with your pounds, and you can buy whatever you like, including commercial property. So if you're looking at investing in commercial property, perhaps you're a business owner, and you need some premises to trade from, you can use commercial property. You can buy some in your pension. You can use the tax relief that the government's given you as well, and that gives you a boost. You can even hold mortgages in a pension too. So something to contact me on, I think, Peter.
Yeah. I think the important thing to stress here is that we're just trying to give general information and a flavour for the sort of things you can do, and it's really, really important that I know when I've talked to other people, they say it's a case-by-case basis, that people have to contact you, be prepared to give you all the information. You go and think about it, rub your crystal ball, and you give them the appropriate answer they may or may not want. So, okay, right. Well, thank you very much for that, Ben. That's all very useful stuff. And we will put your contact details after this video so people can get hold of you. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, Peter.